Eminado,
Yeah.
Eminado.
Hi guys, good and welcome back once again to my channel. It's your girl Eminado Asika, and I film all things motherhood, entertainment, lifestyle and side hustle. Guys, I know it's been long since you saw this beautiful face, yes, and this beautiful face I've not been online due to some reasons, but we are back on YouTube again with full force. Well, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please make sure you subscribe, like, share my videos, and also click on the bell icon so as to be notified each time I upload a new video, okay? So guys, from my thumbnail, I know you guys already know what this video is all about. Yes, my first experience flying for the first time, and I'm going to tell you guys how everything was and my reaction and if I'll be traveling next time. So it all happened when I went for my brother's wedding. Yes, I've not entered flight before, and I don't think it's something I'm ashamed of, no. And due to the reasons that I've not seen anywhere that will take me with flight, unless if in the nearest future I'm relocating from this country to another country, or I decide to travel maybe for vacation or something like that. But for the meantime, we are not doing any of such. So I traveled for my brother's wedding, and while I was coming back, I came back with flights. The airline I entered was Dana Air, and I booked the flight a week before I'll be coming back, a week to when I'll be coming back. So when I booked the flight, we went to the village, we had fun, everything we went for was successful. So it was time to come back. I booked flights from Owerri to Lagos, although the wedding took place at Nnewi, Anambra State. While I went to Owerri, because I went to my sister's house to stay for some time before I'll be going back. I wanted to go from Owerri, I didn't want to go from Anambra State, and I decided to go from Owerri because I've not been to my sister's place since they relocated down to the east. I decided to go from Owerri so as to spend some time with my sister and her family before coming back. It was on a Tuesday, and the flight was supposed to take off around 2:20 according to the time that was on the flight ticket, but I didn't get any notification, I didn't get any email that the flight was going to be delayed or that the flight has been delayed. I went to the airport early as usual. I was at the airport an hour before 2, did my checking in and every other necessary stuff that I needed to do. Then when I collected my ticket, I found out that the flight was delayed to 4 p.m. 4:50 p.m. Staying in this airport till this time, I don't know how it's going to be, but I just decided to stay because I didn't want to go back to my sister's place and start coming back to the airport again. I stayed in the airport and I quickly had something to eat. After eating, I bought AirPods because I didn't travel with my own, so I bought AirPods at the airport there, and I was waiting for my flight. Like, I was so tired, I was so exhausted, and they didn't give us any reason why the flight was being delayed. I guess it was delayed due to some reasons that are best known to them, but they didn't give us any reason why the flight was delayed. But we thank God that maybe it was due to some reason, the reason that maybe they are preventing us from something bad happening. We decided to go with the flow. Then while it was 3:30, we got another announcement that the flight has been shifted to 6 p.m. Everybody was so tired. All of us waiting at the airport, we were so tired, we were so exhausted. I was even beginning to get hungry again because I didn't really get good food. It was just snacks I took. At the airport, we were just waiting, and it was as if we were waiting for no reason. I could see from everybody's face that they were not happy, but nobody was complaining. So that was what made me calm, because like I've not experienced such before. So I decided to be calm about the whole situation. Around 6 again, they made another announcement that the flight has been delayed to 6:58. Wow, like I was like, this is no longer funny. Started waiting, waited for another 58 minutes. And around 7 o'clock, guys, that was when they came and started, they said it was time to board. I was so tired and exhausted. From the video that you are seeing, this was when we were going to board the plane, and I was looking so tired and exhausted. But I just had to, video the plane. Like, of course, it's my first time, and I cannot, because I'm not happy, I would not like to video the moments. So I videoed the plane. I videoed when I was walking into the plane. So we got to the plane. I located my seat. I sat down. All of a sudden, there was a little boy behind me, and he started using his leg to push, like kick the seat. And I was like, this is not funny at all. Like, it was not funny. With all the stress, the waiting, I was exhausted, but I didn't know what to do. I just kept quiet, and I think the boy, he came back from US or so, because I heard him say I can do, the way he was talking, saying I can do whatever I like. And the dad was saying, don't you like Nigeria? And he was like, no, he does not like Nigeria. So I was like, this should be one of all these spoilt brats. So I just concentrated on my first experience, like what I'm going to experience on the flight and everything. And then you know how it is, for those of you that have entered flight, you know how it is. It was time to take off, and like it was moving. I was still very calm. I didn't know what was I was calm. I knew that it was going to move. Like at a point, then the pilot made an announcement and said all crew members should be seated, that they're about to take off. And then everybody sat down, and we all had already put on our seat belts. So everybody sat down, and the plane started moving fast. God, and I was sitting close to the window. Like, I wanted to make sure that I experienced everything, like I saw everything that happened. And I was looking as the plane was going very fast. Like, I didn't want anybody to know it was my first experience. But while it started going up, like it was as if I should stand up and start screaming. Like, I didn't know what to do. But when I look at every other person sitting close to me, everybody was just calm. I just comported myself, and we took off. While we were on air, I was like looking out through the window. I saw that we have started. I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. And then I was looking out through the window, and I was like, God, is this really happening? And there was this feeling I was having in my tummy, like I didn't even know what was going on. But the way I acted was that anyhow I feel, anyhow I'm feeling, I will always turn to check those that are around me to know if they are feeling the same way. And when I notice that every other person is calm, I will just comport myself so that nobody will know that it's my first time or it's my first experience. 20 minutes into the flight, if I look out the window, my eyes will just be turning me. I said, God, instead of me to concentrate, to like enjoy my flight, what I was just saying in the plane was, God, please, let's get to our destination safe and sound. I was like, what? Is this what people have been going through, and like they are all comfortable? At a point, there's a way the plane will shake, and I want to scream, I want to shout, but I will look around and I will see that every other person is just comfortable. Like, I was even ready to stand up and shout, is pilot, what is going on? I didn't know. But if I look around, I will see the way every other person comported themselves, and I'll comport myself. So that was what happened. And at some point, even me that I'm entering plane for the first time, I knew about some rules and regulations. I knew that if you want to get the attention of the cabin crew, there's a button up you need to press. They were going around sharing bottled water, and there was this fat man sitting behind me. Like, the man was fat with his pot belly and everything. I heard the way he was complaining at the airport when the flight was delayed. He was making call. He was really loud and he was complaining, and I just ignored him. All of a sudden, he's sitting at my back, and somebody pressed the button to call one of the air hostess, and he was like, "Hey," he did like this. So the lady said, "Please don't do that again. If you want to get my attention, just press the button above your head." And the guy was like, "I'm talking to you and I'm calling you and you are saying rubbish." So the lady was surprised. Like, I don't know if she have experienced that kind of disrespect. Like, some men, even though you are not the only one that is exhausted, every other person was exhausted and tired, and they were just looking forward to the journey, like waiting to get to their destination on time. And the lady was still telling him, "Please don't do that again." And the next thing he said was, "You are stupid." Like, every other person turned and looked at the man, and everybody just kept quiet. And I was like, why would this guy insult a lady like this? Somebody that you don't even know from anywhere, because she's an air hostess, you just insult her. I kept quiet. I continued like looking forward to my journey, and our flight was supposed to be like 1 hour, but it was not even up to 1 hour, like 45 minutes, and then it was time to land. I was so happy. Like I said, finally we are landing. My dear, that was how we landed though. I say thank you, Jesus. We have finally gotten to our destination. Guys, after that I said, am I sure I want to experience such a thing like this again? But above all, God was in control. Like, it was later I found out that it was due to the weather that made the flight to be delayed. But we don't know what would have happened if the flight was not delayed. But thank God everything went well, everything was successful, and here I am. So guys, that was my experience and I really enjoyed it. So you can leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, you can tell me how your first experience was, and if you like to fly again. So thank you very much guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.